everybody.
Hello, thank you.
Welcome to Thrive Inside, a live stream series dedicated to enhancing the lives of indoor cats through nutrition, wellness, and environmental enrichment. I am Sally Williams, founder of Mission Meow, a nonprofit turning business and private donations into meaningful grants for small cat-centric organizations. Today, we are here at PurrCon for a very special episode featuring veterinarian, author, social media favorite, and Mission Meow board member, Dr. Matt McGlasson.
Thank you.
Dr. Matt is a passionate feline advocate known for combining veterinary knowledge with humor and heart. He's gained millions of fans for his cat-centric content and is the author, as he just mentioned before, of the new book, How to Rate a Cat. Rate any feline friend from their boopable noses to their sweet toe beans. So we're going to talk cat behavior, enrichment, and some personal stories. But before we get to that, there is a giveaway. Everybody loves giveaways. So if you're a cat person and you love giveaways, come hang out. So thank you to Pet Greens for sponsoring these conversations. You can see some of their product here. For everyone in the audience, if you would like a free starter pack of Pet Greens products, post a photo or a video from this conversation on Instagram, Facebook, tag Pet Greens, and they will be in touch with you. For the viewers at home, wait till the end. We're going to tell you how that's going to happen for you all. So thank you, Matt, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we're going to jump right in. So tell us, why is enrichment so critical for indoor cats, and what kind of problems can it help prevent?
Well, first of all, I think we all just want to make sure our cats are happy and living their best lives, right? So cats that are inside, we know that's much safer for them than our kitties that are outside that can get hit by cars and attacked by other cats and attacked by dogs and all these sorts of things. But when they're inside, they need to still have those instincts. They still want to hunt.
Yeah.
They still want to run around. They still want to be cats, right? So there's a lot of things you can do in your house to make your cat's life super, super exciting and fun.
And not only, is it fun, but it's good for their overall health and well-being, right? So cats that are getting the proper enrichment inside reduces their stress levels, and we all know humans, cats, stress level reduction, healthier, longer lives.
For sure.
Bottom line, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about reading your cat and tailoring the enrichment. So how can people figure out what kind of enrichment their own cat needs?
Again, a lot of it is going to be trial and error. You need to, learn about your own cats, and you guys know your cats better than anyone else. I guarantee that. So, for instance, in our house, we have 4 cats. All have very, very different needs. Some of them like certain types of toys. Some of them like to sit up high in a cat tree. Some of them like to hide during the day. So they're all very, very different. So you kind of need to just tailor that and cater it based on your cat's individual needs. And the great thing is there's lots of options these days.
Right? I know in my house, so I currently have 3 cats, and I have a fetcher. One of mine is a fetcher. Like, you throw a little ball up the stairs and he will bring it back down. But that's one of 3.
Yeah.
So he is less interested in wand. Well, he's interested in wand toys, but not in the chasing. Just the hold on, growl, and back away with it in his mouth. Where I have another one who's a total athlete, right? We love the bird. I don't know if you have the bird, but it's a long feather, I think, right? So one of my cats is like an athlete, and it's just everywhere. So it's just figuring out, does your cat like to hunt? Does your cat like to chase?
Yeah, and I have, I think it's probably safe to say in this crowd, but one of our cats is obsessed with, I have a wife and 2 daughters. One of my cats is obsessed with feminine hygiene products. I've done videos about it, it's hilarious. And she finds them in the bathroom, clean ones in the boxes, and she carries them around all around the house.
It's like a little mouse.
Yeah. And after she's hunted her pads or whatever they are, she carries them and puts them in the bathtub in our master bedroom. So other cats, no interest in that.
No interest in those?
Yeah.
Well, it's just one.
So that's just an example. Cats are weird sometimes.
They are, but in the best of ways,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, and we also need to be thinking about like age appropriate, right? Too. So, kittens and young cats, the wand toys are great. Maybe as they get older, or you maybe just change the way you use the wand toy. Like the young ones, we can really get them leaping, and as they get older, it's probably a little better. Maybe a little arthritis or something, and get that wand toy going on the ground because our older kitties still love to play. You just need to tailor it a little bit.
They do, and it's a good thing to look out for too. If you have a kitty that's always been into like doing a certain type of play behavior, and now they're not. So we'll see a lot of cats that used to like to jump up and swat at things, and now when you hold the toy, they're just kind of laying there and doing this. Like that can be a sign that they have hip pain or arthritis. Especially if they're getting older. So sometimes when you notice those changes, like I had a client one time when I was doing some speaking on feline osteoarthritis, and we had to like interview different clients and find out, and we would do like before and afters when they tried this arthritis drug. It literally, her cat, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? So her cat, for like the first 5 or 6 years of her life, there was one little like mouse toy. Every night she would bring this mouse toy up, like carry it onto the bed, and like play with her mom, like every single night before bed. That was their little thing. And those types of behaviors seem like, silly to some people, but like that was really important to them, right? That was not to me either, but I'm just saying. That was like their bonding time. That's human-animal bond, right? That was really important. Well, her cat stopped doing that, and she was like, that's weird. Like instead of jumping up with this mouse at night, she was just kind of sitting at the bottom of the bed. Come to find out, when she did an exam, really, really severe arthritis in one of the hips, right? So you're trying this medication, and then after we got the pain addressed, the kitty started doing it again, and you would have thought like, the
they
world
want
would
to
change.
keep, they want to keep playing.
They want to do it,
but a good mom now, right? She saw the signs. Yeah. And another thing that's really important to keep in mind is that keeping your cats engaged and having regular playtime daily helps with boredom, and boredom can lead to destructive behaviors, can lead to over grooming, things
Shredded
like that.
couches, it can lead to like inappropriate, peeing in the corners, all sorts of things like that. So very, very important. Like it's not just fun to play with your cats. There's really some tremendous health benefits.
Super fun.
It is.
Right? You and I agree.
Yeah.
We can talk for a very long time about just playing with our cats.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to favorite play routines and some DIY options. So, what are some of your favorite ways to play with your cats? And do you have a go-to toy or enrichment setup?
So, besides the feminine hygiene products, I'm not going to recommend that for everyone.
I want to know that you're going to the store and specifically buying these and bringing them home for your cat. That would just kill me.
Yeah, I mean, my wife's definitely buying a lot because once they've been killed and they end up in our bathtub, no one will use them. They say they're like, that's it. I was like, they're still like in the package. They're like, no, that's been in a cat's mouth. That's not.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So, there's many different things. So, a couple of my cats are special needs, so they can't do like the super high jumping and stuff like that.
But they can still have a blast.
For sure. But they still love to climb. So we have like shorter cat trees for some of those kitties. And then I would say like my cat's absolute favorite thing in the world is to just watch birds. And we have squirrels and chipmunks. So like I've got an office that's my whole office is my cat room.
Television.
Yeah. So I have like trained the chipmunks and the squirrels because I put peanuts in this little thing on the window. So my cats just sit there and they wait, and like that is so enriching for them, It's mental stimulation, and they're like swatting at the window and stuff, so it's exercise too.
And if people don't have that, you can do it. You can find YouTube videos and have it on a laptop or a TV screen. So if you don't have wildlife in your backyard,
I'll never
can
forget
make it happen.
when we adopted RuPaul during COVID, my daughter, that's her cat, she was obsessed with it. She's a little tiny kitten. And I came into her room one time and I'm like, what are y'all doing in here? She had the cat sitting next to her in the bed. And they were watching the
TV
iPad
together.
They were watching the iPad and she had all these cat shows. There were just mice running around, and
So there's
so then
actually,
I had to like monitor my cat's screen time.
I think, so I don't know if this was the one that she had, but there's actually an app called Paint for Cats. I don't know if you know it, so some of you do. So if you have an iPad, you download this app, and a little mouse will run across the screen.
Yeah.
But when your cat taps on it, their paw print makes a paint splat. And the more they tap it, it creates an artwork, and then you can download that and print it and have art from your cat. And the cool thing is when your cat taps the mouse, it also squeaks. So that squeak keeps your
They get the
cat
stimulation,
going
yeah.
back for more, and then you get to create art from it. So that might be
That's
something
awesome. I've
that
not
might
seen
have been.
that.
You'll have to show, yeah. And then there's DIY things. I know that we can go back into the bathroom for this one, but toilet paper rolls
Yes.
make great. You can take them, you cover the ends, and then you cut holes in them. And so if you use foil, take the foil off, put some treats in after you've cut the holes in, and then they'll knock this around. It's a great way to recycle. And the longer one, you can use a paper towel roll, but there's lots of DIY. You can Google that too. There's more that you can do. And then there's companies out there, like one of our business partners, Cat Amazing, has an incredibly big box with all the holes and different layers, and you just drop the treats down in, and it's wonderful for enrichment.
And how many of y'all have like an Amazon box arriving on your porch every single day of your life, right? And that never gets old for cats.
Yeah.
Like,
Throw toys in there,
Yeah, I'll
put
try and-
catnip in there.
well, I'll just try and take it straight to recycling, and my cats are like, no. This is staying for a while. But
I have a series of artwork that I posted, and Chewy then reshared. My cat West, when I put the box down, he likes to chew, but perfect lines, perfectly around. And so I did this for a couple weeks, and then I posed him in front of all the boxes, and we created an art show by Chewy. But it's enriching. Like, he loved it. You know, when he was done, he would sit in the box. He would pose in front. It was very, he was very proud of this.
yeah, he's an artist.
He is. But these are the kinds of things that you can have fun with that are just available to anyone, right? So, okay. What is something your own cats taught you about enrichment behavior that surprised you? Is there anything that happened that surprised you with your kitties? Or maybe one of the special needs cats surprised you in the way they were able
special
to
needs
play.
kitties definitely surprised us, because when we first got our first special needs kitty, and RuPaul can't use her back legs, so she walks on her front legs. I spent all this money on all these ramps and everything, so she could like go up the steps and get onto the couch. She never used it once.
She has great zoomies.
Yeah.
Like, she's
She just
incredible.
climbed. So one thing I will say is cats are very, very resilient, and they don't think they're different than any other cat, and they just want to do their thing. But one thing I would say, as far as something I never really thought of, and I just kind of noticed it by accident, is cats really like it when you just make some small change in their environment. So, like, there's like my office is the cat room, so a couple of our kitties sleep in there at night, so they don't hurt themselves. But so they're totally used to everything. So like once a week, every 2 weeks, I'll like move one of the cat towers in there to a different corner. Or like they'll come in and we'll have like some of the pet greens sitting there, like and they notice the change immediately. And you don't want to like rearrange everything and stress them out, but little changes I think are really, because they'll immediately go over there and investigate that, and then that's a couple hours of like, okay, what the hell's going on here? Things are different, right? So
it's like the toy rotation too.
Yeah,
Just
subtle
rotating
changes.
toys.
Yep.
Same thing. So we don't want to throw anybody under the bus here, but so no naming brands or anything, but was there a toy that just totally flopped in your house? Was there one that you tried that you were like, this is not working for us?
Yes. I don't know the name of it, but it looks like a realistic fish, but it's stuffed and it like flops.
Oh yeah, that was mine
It
too.
scared my cats to death. They all ran out of the room. Yeah.
That was the same. We have the same one.
On Instagram, every cat was
same
like
one.
loving it.
Same
So
one.
we set it up, and like all of our cats were like, "Nope, screw this." Yeah.
It's kind of like, and I kind of get it, and this is something I want to discourage anybody from commenting on or doing any of these trends that you see, like people were putting cucumbers down so their cats turn around, like just because it made me think about the fish flopping, made me think, let's just put it out there. Nobody should be doing this. Nobody should be commenting on
One that
this.
drives me crazy that I've been seeing is they put like tape on their cat's feet. Have you seen that?
This is not enrichment, people.
No, it's like
this
the
is
cats
not.
are scared to death
And when
they're
you
running around
see
the-
these videos, like call them out on it. Okay, so and how can we turn feeding time into enrichment? There are things that we can be doing with food to actually make that time enriching.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's the puzzle feeders that are pretty cool. And then like for me, like I never want to leave like food out just all the time. So like doing small little meals throughout the day and putting
That's
the
the
food
way
in
to
like
go.
different spots. My cats think that's super cool. Like sometimes they'll climb up on the cat tower and I'll have a little tiny bowl of food up there or out in the solarium in the catio, we like to call it. Yeah.
The catio.
So moving it around I think is good.
Have you ever used any of the leaky mats? Those are pretty
I've not
cool
with my
too.
cats, yeah.
That's something that will, if you have wet cat food, that will slow them down. It's a mat you kind of just smear for I can't even say it, a lack of a better way of explaining it.
Yeah, I've seen
And
it
it
for
slows-
dogs. Yeah.
It works great for cats. So you know how there are cats out there that do the scarf and barf, we call it, right? So licky mats are a great way to slow that down because you spread the wet food out and it just slows them down. So puzzle feeders, licky mats, and cat grass,
Yes.
right?
Yes, they love this. You know, it's just kind of a thing that cats like to do, and it's not necessarily. People always would come into my office and say, you know, my dog's eating grass in the yard, or when I let my cat out, he likes to chew on grass, and they think they're like missing some vital nutrient in their diet, and it's really not that. They just like it.
They just like it.
Yeah.
I was earlier when I was talking to Tom, I was saying how in my house I have, I'm rotating things around all the time, and I have a toy basket, and I rotate through that. But I have a party every day in the back hallway, and I dump that basket out, put all the toys out, put a mat down with catnip, and then I bring the greens out and put that down too. It's a full-on party.
Cat party.
It is.
That's nice.
I have 3 of them, and it's really cool because they start getting the zoomies, and they zoom around, and then they come back, and then they nom, right? The technical term, nom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, they nom on the grass.
And this is nice because you know, like, there, you know, we all love. I'm a plant guy, so I have so many different plants in my yard and in the house and stuff. But there's a lot that aren't great for your cats, as you guys know. So what I love about this is I'm not worried if like Rushy goes crazy and eats too much of it. It's not going to hurt her or anything like that. Whereas
All organic.
even some of the like ornamental plants that aren't like poisonous, it will still definitely upset their stomach pretty good.
It's literally the only stuff I have in my house because I, to be honest, I kill every other plant, which is not a bad thing because then I don't have to worry about poisoning my cats.
And you guys know the one plant you should never have in your house if you have a cat, right?
I can think of a few, but what's the number one?
I mean, as a vet,
The
one
number
that I saw
one is
was
a vet.
really, really bad. Lilies.
Lilies.
Yeah, the Easter lilies.
Yeah.
Specifically that kind.
Poinsettias too, right? The
Yeah,
lilies are at the top.
Poinsettias aren't as bad. I mean, they
Lilies.
can make them sick, but lilies, like literally, I've seen cases so sad where a cat literally just walked, you know, boyfriend got her flowers, you know, trying to be a nice, sweet thing. The cat literally just rubbed up against the flowers and got the pollen on their fur and licked it off. They didn't eat the plant, but
So how would they know,
kidney
right?
failure. Yeah.
Because they didn't even see anything.
Yeah.
So bringing these
Those are
kinds
sad.
of things inside is really good because cats are very curious about this. And so providing them with greens, and they also have fresh catnip. My cats go crazy for the catnip. And it's very hard to kill. They give you instructions on how to use. And
They're
if
very
I can
hardy.
keep a
Yeah.
plant alive and I keep this alive, they're doing something right for sure. Okay, so we're going to move on and talk a little bit about preventative care. So I know you talk a lot about it. What are a few things cat parents can do every day to keep their cats healthier and happier, like daily kind of things that they could be doing outside of playing and enrichment?
Yeah, I mean, besides all the enrichment things we talk about, everybody loves a chunky cat, right? They're super cute, but it's actually not great for your cat if they're really overweight. When we see those obese kitties, it really shortens their life expectancy. So if you just take, you know, 2 sibling cats from the same litter, one's overweight, the other one's not, they're going to live 2 years longer on average than the overweight kitty. So like
That's a long
you're
time.
literally
in the life
taking
of a
2
cat.
years off the life of your kitty if they're obese. And then we see those kitties get diabetes. We see them get tons of the more osteoarthritis, joint pain, all those issues. So definitely keep your kitty at a healthy weight, and you'll be very happy that you did.
And I find I love doing this. Brushing your cat every day.
Yeah.
It's good for them, right? Because keeps the hair balls reduced a little bit. I have a purple comb brush. They love that. It's removing the excess hair, but it's also a kitty massage.
Yeah.
And fun fact about this, if you don't know, if you find pet hair on your furniture, flip it over to the other side, the non-bristly side. It's rubber. It'll take, if you've just had a nice brushing session and the hair is all there, you take that, go like this, and you get up all the cat hair.
Oh, I did not know that.
See? Hey, learn something new every day. So definitely brushing.
You can't brush your cat's teeth too. It is important. Some cats are, this goes back to like if you can get them when they're kittens used to a toothbrush in their mouth.
Young.
It's much easier than if you try it on a 9-year-old cat that's never seen a toothbrush before.
That's not going to go, yeah.
Yeah.
It's generally not going to go well for you.
My favorite toothbrush is Ryer Cat.
The Ryer Cat. Yeah.
Yeah. And my cats actually have their own line of Ryer Cat. Have you seen it? RuPaul and Rushy are on the Ryer Cat.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's just something like when you were talking about earlier, getting your cat to the vet and getting them used to things. Starting everything young, the brushing of the teeth, touching their feet, touching their ears, touching their bellies. It's all about
reps, right? So the more reps you can get of getting a toothbrush and slowly work it in there, the more reps you get of them like getting into a car and seeing it's not scary, all those types of things going to pay off down the road.
Yeah, because it's so much easier for a vet and a vet tech to do a good exam when a cat comes in a little bit more calm.
Absolutely.
And it's, getting to know your cat at home is fun. There's nothing, this is good. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people here know you from social media, and it says here you're good for myth busting. So
really?
what are some of the myths that you would like to see? Do you want me to give you a hint?
Sure.
That kitties are maybe low maintenance.
Low maintenance? Ooh.
A lot of people think, I'm going to get a cat, not a dog, because cats are low maintenance.
Yeah. If you're doing it right and being a good cat parent, they're definitely not low maintenance. I think most of the maintenance is pretty fun, honestly.
Right? That's one of the points.
And it depends on the cat.
cat.
Yeah, like I have a cat that I have to literally hold in a litter box to let her go potty twice a day, so that's not low maintenance. But yeah, they're not.
That's not the typical for most people.
Yeah, but it's just different, right? I think cats are definitely probably a better pet if you're in a little apartment or if you're living in a city. And we're seeing, which I think is great, more men are adopting cats than women now, which is pretty awesome.
That's amazing. Did you see the NBA just did a whole promotion about this? The NBA, cat dads, they're on board.
Yeah. So this is the decade of the cat, and we got the momentum going now, and everybody else in the world is figuring out what we already knew, which is cats are badass, right?
They're awesome, we could say. Yes. Okay. And we want to really put this out there so people know enrichment is critical. Don't declaw. There are things that you can do. First of all, like my furniture is there for them, right? That's the reality. My house is
it's their furniture. It's not your furniture.
Yes, I'm living in their house. Yeah. Yes. But we want to make sure that people understand that if they are going to your furniture and being drawn to it, it's not something that you're like me, you're like, go for it. There are things you can do. Move a vertical scratcher over to that spot. They're telling you something. They like that right there. So provide them what they need. So scratching is a normal behavior. You can trim their nails. That's totally fine. But hard no to decline.
Yeah. And thank goodness that has changed because, that just used to be the normal thing. I graduated from vet school 20 years ago, and like my first job out of vet school was just like, when someone came in to get their cat spayed or neutered, there was just an option. You want them to be close at the same time.
It's unbelievable, right?
So thank goodness. It's hard to find a vet that even does that anymore. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But it's really bad. And you guys know, like with the declaw, we're not just removing the nail. It's the equivalent of amputating that whole bone at the end of your finger.
Yeah,
so,
and a lot of things can happen down the road too. Litter box aversion. Yeah. It actually changes the way they walk because so which can lead to arthritis, all these kinds of things. Yeah. So this is something. And here's the thing: I know I've heard people say, "Well, what about seniors?" I'm getting there. My skin's getting thinner. And people are like, what about our senior population? If somebody could find me an article where a senior bled out because they were scratched by a cat, like this just is not something that is happening out there. I've
never seen that. Yeah.
Cats aren't murdering seniors, so we don't need to declaw, please. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk a little bit. We talked about your book before, but what inspired you to write? And I know you touched on this, but not for everybody out here. What inspired you to write How to Rate a Cat, and how did you balance fun with education?
I would be lying if I said there's a whole lot of education in that book. It's mostly just fun.
Come on, not everybody knew what tobies were.
Let's be honest.
Or ear flutes.
Yeah.
These are very technical terms that are important that I think you're not giving yourself enough credit
I have
for.
to be careful what I say because I was so happy because I had like
pencil jail?
I had like I had like 100 5-star reviews on Amazon like when it started. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Everybody loves this book. And then I got on there one day and there was a 1-star review on my book. And I was like, come on.
They should have, 10
so,
out of 10.
So I look and the 1-star review, she's like, this isn't really a book that teaches you how to rate cats. It's just about him rating other cats. I feel like this was false advertising.
I thought maybe you were going to say Nuggy wrote it.
Come on.
Nuggy wrote one.
Yeah. So I do definitely with my social media. My whole goal on there is to like show how awesome cats are and to celebrate the human-animal bond. And I've had so many people message me over the last couple of years, even just saying like, I adopted a special needs cat because I watched your videos and like it inspired me to do it. So
if one person
when I see
said
stuff
that,
like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's worth it, right? But I do try and sprinkle in educational content in a fun way there. I see a lot of veterinarians who have way more educational content than me, but let's be honest, it's just boring and it's like too long and nobody watches it, right? So I try
you get people engaged.
Yeah, so
yes.
I try and do like digestible content, short, fun, and I try and teach some things along the way. But definitely, my biggest goal is to kind of celebrate the human-animal bond and just show how awesome.
And you've done that. I mean, I was one of the lucky ones who got my cat rated because you came on, you did an interview with me for Mission Meow, and Desmond got rated, and I was just, we're friends now, but I fangirled a little bit back then when you were rating my Desmond. This vet that I know who's up in Cleveland called me last week, and she said she was seeing this lady with her cat who she sees all the time, great cat owner. And she said, Dr. Andrews, did you know my cat's famous? And she's like, what do you mean? She's book?
She's like, she's in this book. And she showed her the book, and she's like, I know Dr. McGlasson.
If you guys don't have this book, you must get this book. It's just so... Yeah. It really is beautiful, and it does celebrate the bond, and it's really giving cats the due that they are overdue, right? Because we walk into a pet store, and what do you see? One whole aisle of dogs, and then you go over to the other side, and guess what? It doesn't even start with cats there. It's like, fish, and then lizards, and then bunnies, and then cats are in the back. And
it's changing now.
Well, and you're able to be a part of that change. Okay, so keeping forward with the enrichment. For the cat that has it all, like Nuggy, because Nuggy even has purses. So Nuggy has everything.
She has a drinking problem too. Which I also get comments, people saying, alcohol's bad for cats. I'm like, yeah, I know.
The bottle of Furball that you found, right?
Jim Beam.
Yeah, Jim Beam, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna regroup here. Okay. For the cat that has it all, like Nuggy, what's one unexpected or underrated enrichment toy? Is there something that's maybe not typical? We talked a little bit about the chewy boxes. Is there anything else that you do in your house
that's maybe... Am I going to have to go back to feminine hygiene products?
No, we won't go back
there. They are great toys, though, because they're crinkly, like the wrappers.
You could say crinkly paper bags. Yeah. Some people use muffin tins. They'll put muffin tins down.
Yeah.
I know people put ice cubes out. Like, that's a rock candy. Ice cubes, right? So there's different
honestly,
things.
Like one of our cats, Rushy, loves to like pencils around. If you drop a pencil on the ground, she loves pencils. You know, I don't want her to eat the lead, but she likes to, like, so just figure out different things your cat's like. Even a crumpled up piece of paper is amazing. Right?
It's at my office when I'm done with something, like if you know, there's a lot of flubs going on, things happen, a lot of papers are getting.
Yeah.
Everybody runs in, crinkled paper. Simple as that, right? So emphasis there on you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can enrich your cat's lives and you don't need to spend a lot of money. Okay, so we know that you recently got a delivery of pet greens to the house. So what did Nuggie think? I think everybody wants to know, what did Nuggie think about pet greens?
All of my cats love this, and they really love the catnip.
Oh yeah, that's a huge hit.
Yeah.
So the nip was a bigger, well, for Nuggie, I'm sure, right? Because Nuggie's the one with the problems. So.
Yeah, Nuggie has a problem, but I have to like be very careful about putting the real nip, in front of Nuggie. She goes crazy.
And she's already
moving,
her, right? So
she starts doing like
it gets
have you ever seen like a turtle,
right? Snapping turtles.
Yeah, or like hungry hippos. Like she just starts going crazy, but she can't control her body, so she just bites everything around her. But you know, my cats love this. They love the. There's something about fresh catnip. You know, I think that's really great, and I have to like. I can't leave it down all the time because they get
having catnip plants around is amazing. Yeah. If you don't have it, you should definitely have those catnip plants. And some people pop them out. You mean like if you have a catio, you could get a couple of them and make a big pot.
Yeah.
And no lie, they will go over it, they'll nibble on that pot, then they climb up into the pot and then just great. If you have social media, that is a moment.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna find your cat passed out in a pot of catnip.
Yep. Nothing better than that. Than a high cat.
Okay, so we talked about Nuggie and catnip. So Nuggie liked it. Any of the other kitties on board with the nip? Rushi or?
Yeah, all my cats love the catnip, and they all like this. Rushy loves just chewing on this. She's got a chewing problem. I'll let her into the grass in our yard where it's fenced, and I'm with her, and she loves to just go around and chew on the grass. But what I've noticed is if she chews on like some of the other grass outside, she'll make herself sick sometimes, but they don't get sick with this. I don't know if it's just the type of grass they use, but I think it's easier on their tummy. Yeah. I
was somebody before before Mission Meow got to know pet greens, I really wasn't somebody that incorporated it into my enrichment routine with my cats regularly.
Yeah.
But now it's all the time, and it's been really great. Like I'll take it and hide it in places. I put it up in the window, put it up in a cat tray, or just put it on the ground. I have a little dust buster after our little kitty parties because there's always just like catnip and grass now all over the place. Yeah. My husband is a little less thrilled about this than I am, but you know what? For me, seeing them experiencing so much joy, tossing it, I feel like it's made the other toys more interesting too. For some reason, having all of these options out there, just I don't know, adding the grass to it made a huge difference.
For sure.
So and also just cats may have different experiences with catnip. Some get the zoomies, some chill, and some don't care, strangely, right?
One of my cats doesn't seem to care. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. The euphoria from it. There must be, I don't know.
There's a genetic component.
You're the vet,
there's a genetic component.
Okay.
So typically kittens under like 4 months of age don't have much of a reaction to catnip, typically. And then with cats, I think it's like 30%, 20 or 30% don't really have much of the euphoria experience with catnip. It's genetic. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I'm like, who do I ask? Oh, you.
Yeah.
You would know. Okay, so this is an opportunity. If anybody has a question in the audience for Dr. Matt, he's here for you. So we have a question.
Yeah, I mean...
Do you want to kind of repeat what the question was a little bit so everybody can hear?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't hear it that well. Did you hear it?
Oh, yeah. So and I've seen this, like you'll see on TikTok, these pet influencers, and they're like, and I don't know if it's the same one you're talking about, but I've seen one where she puts like raw ground beef, and then she puts like a little tiny quail egg on top. Is that what you're saying?
So you're saying it's like a sundae, a cat sundae.
I mean, I think that's probably not necessary, but it's probably not hurting anything, you know. I will say I see one and they do raw meat, and that, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen, like there is a push for raw diets still, and like there's a lot of back and forth whether that's good or bad. But if you've seen like the cats that died from bird flu this year, that was from raw meat. It was from raw diets. That's how they got bird flu. And like, in my opinion, like there's so many different food options out there. There's really no need to feed your pets
We don't need to be making kitty sundaes.
It's just an extra risk factor. Now, that being said, I don't know if you watch my videos, but
no, none of us.
Our cats get what we call a charcuterie board every night. Yeah, and it's like,
tell us.
It's a little bit of dry food. It's a little bit of like churro, and then it's like a little tiny scoop of canned food.
There you go.
Yeah.
Say that again. We need to hear this.
So a little bit of dry food, and it's a little bit of canned food, and a little bit of like churro. And they wait for it every night now. Just a little bit.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, my wife does charcuterie videos every night with Brushy.
I mean, I personally I would love.
I know, right?
You just created Friday night in my house.
Yeah.
Date night. I'm going to have my own charcuterie board, and I'm going to make one for my cat.
Yeah. So
this is awesome.
And if you like, again, I don't recommend the raw ever, but some of the fresh foods are really good. I actually work with a brand called Smalls.
I just got my Smalls delivered.
Yeah. Yeah. And my cats love that, and it's just like actual meat, and it's frozen, and it's safe, and it's cooked. So.
Because I'm curious now, so I'm going to ask a question, and then we're going to get back into the odds. What do you think about freeze-dried? The freeze-dried raw.
Freeze-dried raw? I mean, I don't recommend anything raw. I won't feed it raw to my cats.
Okay, sure. That's why I'm asking.
I don't...
Because they say that the heat can remove...
So I'm not a nutritionist, but I know that like some of the things they were saying as far as whether or not it would kill the bird flu.
Exactly. That's why people want to know this. Yeah.
It is not proven.
Okay.
Freeze-dried.
Good to know.
Yeah. I mean, if it were me, it's like one less thing to worry about, right?
No, we don't need to. Okay. We have another question. Hi.
Hello. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just now to the point where she'll get on the bed with me and pet it. Who doesn't want to? Is that going to be for the rest of her life? I mean, is she going to be a black cat someday?
She'll probably never be like the snuggly cat that like sits on your lap, but like one of our 4 cats is kind of like that, you know, like she'll let us pet her. She doesn't want to be held. She like our other 3 cats will be together. She's always by herself. She has no desire to hang out with them, but she's happy. You know, it's just different personalities sometimes, and that's okay. Yeah. But I mean, what I typically would see with owners like that is she'll warm up more and more. And like when she does something little, like lets you pick her up or pet her, it's like a huge victory, right? So it'll just keep getting better.
Reward the good stuff.
Yeah.
When she's up on the bed, praise her, tell her how amazing she is.
Give her a little lick of churro or something like that, like positive reinforcement.
Does she like churro? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is like a miracle. Shy cats are wonderful, and sometimes it just takes some time and some patience and lots of love.
I would say like what I find with my kids is always like just don't push it, because like
their turns,
starts being
right?
nice and like, oh, now I'm gonna hold her, and it's like or squeeze her, and she's like, yeah.
Figure out the love on her terms.
Oh, yeah.
So think about like, do you ever, you go to somebody's house, there's a lot of people and there's cats there. The person who has allergies is always the one saying, why do the cats always come to me? Because you're not the one reaching out for them. So they get curious. So you're meeting them where they want to be met. So you're probably doing all the right things. It's just going to be some time. I mean, I've always loved adopting shy cats, and it's just time and figuring out what they love and then encouraging them and reinforcing the things that they really like. And,
you'll probably, that cat will probably never like really trust anyone outside of your household, but like they'll really, really trust you.
Deep bond with that cat for your life. I don't know. I think shy cats those are my favorite. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great question, though. Thank you for asking. Anybody else have a question?
Question. I have a house cat and I have a 4-month feral. He knows, he loves us, he trusts us, but I want to know if there's a difference opinion in my house. I think we should be able to just play, but how much play is too much? Like, when should I end the game?
Oh, like as far as like getting pretty rough.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, is there like puncture wounds and like blood being drawn, or
Nope.
is it one cat like always bullying the other cat, or are they kind of just giving it to each other?
But when the chasing happens, it's always the former feral chasing the house cat to the point where my boyfriend steps in, and I'm just like, what?
Does your cat who's getting chased seem like very stressed or bothered after the episode?
Not at all.
No, I wouldn't worry about it then. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as neither one of them
Yeah.
are seeming particularly stressed.
Yeah.
That's what that was about, right?
Right.
recorded.
Taking the video.
The thing is that sometimes I find like if I'm not really sure about that, I don't break it up, but I get a toy out
Yeah.
and like distract the chasing and
Yeah.
turn it to a play session for two of them, right?
Yeah. Our
Yeah.
happy medium is if somebody is howling,
Yeah.
siren, then we intervene.
Yeah.
But that's my stop.
And you know what? And
Yeah.
there,
Jump in way before that.
Yeah.
I have a cat who's extremely dramatic, and when things happen, he sounds like he's being murdered. And there is nothing going on there other than a little bit of play, and I hear, and I look over, I'm like, West, really?
Dramatic.
It's just a lot of drama. So you would know your cat best, right? In another household, a cat making all that noise might be something a lot, but in another house, it's not.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, we have a dog loose.
He's got a hand.
Yeah, oh, he's got a hand. We know this is something special here, right?
He's carrying around.
This is not your typical cat convention. Welcome to PurrCon in PopCon.
It is hard to stay focused. There's like a dog running with an arm, and then there's Chewbacca, and then there's like a naked person, and yeah.
And people are going to jail periodically
Yeah.
too. Yes, there's a lot going on here. But well, does anybody else have a question for? Oh, you have a question for Dr. Matt.
Yes. I have two cats. Neither of them they are fine.
What?
Yes.
That's weird.
I'm going to watch the lives of the cats that don't even like children.
That don't like churu.
That's funny.
So it doesn't. You tried all the different textures. Well, maybe this isn't a bad thing. You're going to have
Yeah.
trim and healthy cats. Why are we? Oh. So you're looking for a different way of positive reinforcement other than treats.
Yeah.
What other things can you think
Yeah.
of that are
I mean,
reinforcing?
depending on the cat, you know, does she like brushing? Does she like being petted? Does she like toys? Yeah. That's a great cat. Yeah. She's just
There's
like,
got to be something. This
nothing
is like
impresses me.
this is sleuthing. This is a job for you. You've got to put your sleuth hat on, right?
Yeah.
This is a good thing because we would love. This would be something you should follow up with us. Like,
Do they eat dry?
have you tried the cat grass? Grass and catnip, fresh from Pet Breeds. We need to set her up with this. So we're going to make
Yeah.
sure you get some because maybe
Yeah.
then that's going to be the answer. Maybe the fresh grass or the fresh catnip is going to be your enrichment. And wow, would that just be a Pet Breeds moment, right?
Yeah. Yes.
My cat likes
Please tell us it's a-
nothing else.
Please tell us it's a
But
success
there
story.
we
There you go.
So did you make sure to take a photo or video of us and then do the tagging because then they'll send stuff directly to your house. So maybe that's
Yeah,
the way
they'll hook
you
you
get
up.
the catnip coming your way. So make sure you take the picture and and do what was that on the first page? we'll get back to you on that because I'm going to go into the other. If anybody else doesn't have any other questions, there's some giveaways that we'll go back to. But we love that. That could be a great Pet Brains moment. Is there anything that you want to say, Matt, before we wrap it up?
One more
Do we have another question?
Yeah.
Go for it. Come up. We have a kitty correspondent here. Okay.
So, one of my 3 cats I have, she loves the crinkle ball, and she'll come out in the middle of the night, and she's like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, just like, oh my God, what's going on? And she's just standing there, like, what is that?
So,
Seriously, what is that?
Yeah, so that's like she's hunting. That's like a behavior they do like when they're hunting and they like want to show you what they've killed for you, basically.
Yes.
Because one of my cats does that with a mouse and then Trixie does it with panty liners. So like, it's like,
Circle back to feminine hygiene.
I know, how many times have I said feminine hygiene? But yeah, they're like,
This is normal behavior.
like with Rue, like she will keep doing it until we acknowledge her. I don't know if your pet's that way. We're like, oh,
But you know-
thank you. You killed this mouse for me, and she drops it.
It's one thing that you want to acknowledge it during the day, but if she's acknowledging it at night, this is going to continue to
she's doing
happen,
it all
right?
night.
At
all the
nighttime.
All the
During
time.
the day.
Yeah, during the day, encourage it a whole lot. But if she's doing it at night, you
Try to
don't want
ignore
more
it.
of it.
You might need
Ignore it.
earphones.
Yeah,
She's probably
because
gonna keep doing that forever.
she might. But don't reward the behavior that you don't want, right? So if you are commenting on it, even if it's you're saying no, right? That's still that's giving her some feedback on this. So think about if it's happening and you don't want it to happen, ignore it. During the day, reward it a lot because that's a good time for you.
Yeah, that's funny. It's so cute when they do that, though.
See, Matt's never going to be upset about anything that his cats do. No, you reward everything.
Pretty much.
You give your cats.
They've never done anything bad, so.
All right, before we wrap it up, because we have Matt here, and because we all love Matt and Nuggie, you want to tell people, because Nuggie has more than one purse. And Nuggie's not here, so she can't show us herself. What does Nuggie have in her purse?
Oh, gosh.
Besides,
I find all
I'm
sorts of
hoping
things in
you
her
don't
purse.
say feminine.
She doesn't like those. I've found like a lot of liquor in her purse. So she drinks Jim Beam. She drinks Furball.
Bean.
Bean.
Bean, okay.
Jim Beam, yeah. Furball. It's like
Furball.
cinnamon cat whiskey, I think.
Okay, wow.
She typically has some catnip in there, like in a little baggie.
Little baggie.
She keeps a lot of cash in there. She has a pocket knife.
Really?
One of the cat cafes sent me a pocket knife for my
yeah.
a tiny one. It's like this big.
And Nuggie has a credit card.
She has a credit card. It's a MasterCard Platinum.
And the limit on that card?
There's no limit.
There's no limit. No limit.
She,
I want to be your cat.
yeah. She has books. She has like motivational books.
Does she have a favorite book?
So like, it's like her favorite like self-help book is it's called How to Win Treats and Influence People. It's by Dale Carnegie's Cat Mittens. And then like I caught her reading this one book. I was looking at it. It was kind of dirty.
What was it?
It was called 50 Shades of Tabby.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like very inappropriate.
We gotta take this on the road. Well, you are. You're taking it on the road.
Right. Yeah, but there's this great lady who in
She's
California
donated to
who
Mission
makes
Meow.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she makes purses for Nuggie, and she's made like 10 purses and hats.
It's
and she
amazing.
she messaged me today and said, "I got some new Dunkin' Donuts fabric. I'm making some more stuff for your cat."
Cat people are incredible.
Yeah.
They are incredible. I mean, you have to. I mean, I'm guessing everybody here is already following Matt, but if you're not, you need to be following Matt McGlasson because it's incredibly entertaining and you learn
Cat
a lot.
people, I will say this: cat people are like the most loyal people in the world. It's so funny because I talk to other creators and like they get so upset when someone like says some negative comment on their post or whatever, but like literally if someone says something bad about me or my cats on one of my posts, I don't have to do anything. Like the cat ladies just destroy
It's a
them.
takedown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the cat mafia.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
Yeah.
man, they don't mess around. Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we're going to wrap things up. Once again, thank you to Pet Greens for sponsoring these conversations. Thank you to everyone in the audience. If you would like a free starter pack of Pet Greens products, post a photo or a video from this conversation on Instagram, Facebook, tag at Pet Greens, and they will be in touch. If you are watching this episode online, so that's going to be posted on YouTube and other, maybe Spotify and such. I'm not really sure. It's going a lot of places.
Okay.
I know YouTube for sure. Here's how you enter to win. You follow at Pet Greens, you follow at Mission Meow, you follow at Dr. Matt McGlasson on Instagram, and comment with your cat's name below and list one quirky thing they do. And we'll choose one lucky winner after the show. All right, so thank you, Dr. Matt McGlasson,
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
for bringing heart, humor, and helpful insight to this episode of Thrive Inside. To connect with Dr. Matt, follow him on Instagram and TikTok at Dr. Matt McGlasson. You can find How to Read a Cat wherever books are sold. Follow at Pet Greens at Mission Meow for more ways to enrich your cat's life. And stay tuned for more Thrive Inside episodes. Until next time, thanks for watching it and keep helping your cats thrive inside. Thank you, Pet Greens. Thank you, Dr. Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you, KJ. Thank you, PurrCon.